everyone, welcome back to my channel and to a video that I'm pretty sure not many of you will expect to have seen pop up in your subscription pages. If they pop up there, I don't know. It's a bit of a controversial topic and I just feel like it needs to be talked about, so I'm gonna go out there with it. Who knows what's gonna happen in response. It's just something that's been bothering me recently the past few weeks, so I figured when something bothers me, I make a video about it, and I hope that some people agree, or at least it starts a narrative. That was a clue to thumbs up right now. But yes, if you've seen from the title, this video is about the idea of, well, it's all talking about cast members and the whole idea of like, have cast members lost the magic? And this whole kind of cast member cancel culture that I've seen going on at the moment. So let's just do a quick framing of what's going on here. So cast members obviously are the people who work in a Disney park, and in my opinion the thing that makes a Disney park different from any other park in the world, from a Six Flags, a Busch Gardens, even a Universal, there are kind of three things. So number one is the stories. We all grew up loving these stories and we want to go visit the characters in their world and just kind of retreat back to childhood, take the story one step further. Number two would be the details. Disney Imagineering, we can't fault it, especially in recent years. Pandora, Galaxy's Edge, even Toy Story Land with a lack of shade is an amazing space. And then number three that sets the Disney parks apart is the cast members. And it's always been the idea that a Disney cast member will go above and beyond for you and do everything they can to make sure you have the best possible day. It's instilled in them from day one of training and traditions and throughout that they should always focus on the guest experience and it's all about them. So that's kind of a background that I feel like cast members are a big part of what makes Disney parks so special. It's one of the reasons people go to the parks. They're gonna have an amazing experience. However, saying that, there's been a lot of posts showing up on social media lately kind of blasting cast members for not doing what people expect. It started a few months ago. There was a video of a girl who was driving one of the Kilimanjaro Safari Jeeps, and it was just like a quick clip, and the person was complaining because the cast member wasn't really speaking and talking about the animals and going too fast. So that was one of the clips. I'm not gonna like talk about my opinion on this right now. I'm just gonna quickly roll through what led to me making this video. And then number two, there was the incident recently where some cast members wore their backpacks on stage and they were in the wrong land. They were Jungle Cruise cast members, I think, wandering through Frontierland, and people were like, oh, I wish that there was a way that they could get to their location without walking on stage, meaning the Utilidors, which are underneath Magic Kingdom. And the whole idea was that they don't want a cast member from a different land to be in another land. Yeah, basically cast members should all only be in their land to keep the story whole. Then there's also been just generally posts going up lately around cast member cleanliness, and I've seen a bunch of posts about like trash cans that are full up and haven't been emptied and people complaining about that. And then the final thing that kind of led to me making this video was Frozen 2 came out this week. It's amazing. If you haven't seen it, I'm obsessed. My Twitter has basically become a Frozen 2 fan account, so go check that out if you're interested. But okay, so maybe the day before the film was going to get released, Disney made the decision they were going to bring Elsa and Anna out in new costumes and their hair was going to be different. Firstly, people freaked out because they were like, it's a spoiler from the film. If you can't enjoy a film because you know one small detail about the plot, like, come on. The whole story does not revolve around that one costume at the end. So firstly, that's, yeah, I could go a whole video about that. But the reason that then sparked this video is people all over the internet were slamming, how do I talk about this? People who were friends with Anna and Elsa, people who were like hanging out with them, basically saying they didn't like the new look. They thought their hair looked really tacky. They thought that they didn't look like they belonged in Arendelle. They belonged just, you know, at a local party. It's really hard to talk about this without breaking character integrity. But basically, people were complaining that Anna and Elsa didn't look right and there was an issue with the way they were that was related to everything about them, and they were coming for Anna and Elsa on Twitter in a big way, in a way that Disney management I'm sure will be able to see. Okay, so here's the thing where I want to start talking about this. I really need to get my thoughts organized. So Walt Disney World started a thing a few years back where you could do hashtag cast compliment and praise a cast member online, and it's an amazing thing, and the cast member then gets a little print out of the tweet and it's celebrating them. But I feel like we've now reached a stage where we've had kind of of the flip side, the downside of it, you know, like social media always has good and bad, where people are taking to social media to blast cast members and to potentially put their job at risk. When you put something on social media, especially a photo that you have no right to take, that's then exposing them on the internet for everyone to see and to comment on. At the end of the day, Disney cast members don't earn a lot of money, so you're putting someone's job at risk who probably desperately needs it just for the sake of some likes and retweets, and that does not sit well with me, especially when talking about, could be related to anything, but entertainment cast members, they also apply to this situation. When you start saying they don't look very good, I'm sure that's going to get noticed. I know in the backpack situation with those Jungle Cruise cast members, some people actually did lose their jobs from that. So that's not okay, because someone was like, oh, I'm going to be really funny and post. We don't know the background information that led to them walking on stage. The same thing with the safari driver. Maybe she was having a bad day. I mean, yes, you should try and put that aside, but maybe she was having a bad day. Maybe it was the safety of the animals so that she couldn't stop. Maybe there are so many reasons that could go into it. I don't want to make excuses for people, but again, with the trash cans, maybe it was a particularly crazy day at the parks, tons of people called out, and you took it seconds before they were about to clear it up. I feel like it's almost developed into a cast member cancel culture in the same way we have like celebrity cancel culture. We're putting these people on blast who we don't know. We know their first name from their name tag, but that's all. We're just attacking people online unnecessarily, and then making one mistake and it could threaten everything. Not okay. Like I said, I'm not making excuses for subpar performance and, you know, working in your role, but I am saying, do we have to really be talking about it online? Like, if you have a genuine issue, maybe go to guest relations and sort it out. Also, like, you're at Disney and it's incredible, and why are we focusing on the negatives in the first place? I feel like people just always have an issue right now. You know, like when they announce something's gonna close and everyone comes out, they're like, oh my god, I can't believe it. And then they're all there opening day when the new replacement opens. Same thing with these like live action movies that keep coming out, and everyone's like, can't believe they're doing a live action Lion King. And then of course you're there on opening day and you're tweeting about it, and if you're an influencer, you've got the free merch, you've got a free partnership deal, and you're going to talk about it as if it's the best thing that Disney have ever made. Why do we all have to be so negative all the time? I'm sorry, we like Disney. It's a positive company with positive messages and films, and yet we're committed to spreading hate and talking about the negative side of things all the time and just focusing on the bad stuff. Why? Why are we channeling our energy in that way? I just don't understand it. This is kind of about the whole wider Diz Twitter community as a whole. I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. But conversely, I do think it's important to talk about some cast members are not as good as they used to be, and I don't want people to come at me for this, but I was in Disney World in August and I did notice some cast members who were, I want to say, rude. Like, they didn't seem like they had much time for you. They definitely weren't going above and beyond, and because I know the things that a cast member can do, because I was a cast member for 2 summers, and I know that what they're capable of doing and the extra magic they can sprinkle. And when you see people behaving in a way that you know they haven't been taught in training to behave like that, it does kind of irritate me. Kindness costs nothing, and yes, you know, there are so many reasons you could be tired, you could have had a really bad day, but also it's your job, and you know, sometimes at work I'm not feeling particularly creative, but I still have to do my job. I can't just stop. I think another issue with this is that the Disney theme park admission prices are just going up and up and up, so in turn a guest expectation of their experience is going to go up and up and up, and the cast members aren't getting paid more. Maybe $1 extra an hour they finally negotiated, but they're not getting more money, so why should they have to keep raising the bar beyond what they're capable of? And I feel like that's another issue, that people expect more from cast members, and they're also only human, and none of them are paid enough to deal with Maureen from Ohio, who really desperately needed to meet Mickey Mouse and decided to wait till the last night of her trip to meet Mickey, and is now outraged that it's a 2-hour line when she's been here for 5 days and there were so many times she could have met Mickey Mouse, but now is the time. None of them are paid enough to keep a store open because Angela from Pennsylvania decided that she really needed that Elsa doll, and no, she couldn't have got it at any other time. No one has time for Jan from Illinois, who really wanted a Toy Story Woody plush, and you're gonna tell them that there isn't a Toy Story Woody plush, and no, we can't just invent them right now. I'm really sorry. Okay, this video has been a bit of a mess, But what I kind of wanted to stress is, can we all just please be a little bit kinder to each other and not expect so much of everyone all the time? And please, please, please stop blasting people on social media when their job is at risk. That is the big takeaway I want to make. If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Like, yes, let's go for cast compliments, but if you really feel like you can only go on Twitter to complain, delete the app, please, for everyone. This is obviously going to be a lot shorter than my other videos, but it's something I just really felt like was important to talk about. If you agreed, please give it a thumbs up, and I would love to hear your opinions down below on how you think cast member culture has changed, how cast members have changed maybe in the way they behave in the park, what your thoughts are on people being held accountable online. This is definitely not my best articulated video, but there we go. Subscribe for more videos. I always have things coming out. This is a brief departure from my other Christmassy content, but I tell you, it'll be back next week. So subscribe for more, and I hope you have a magical rest of your day. Bye! Look at you.